I saw what happened, and I won't let it slide. It's not the first time Justin will do such cheap tricks with poking eyes like those. His fight against Paddy will be his last aim. UFC is only for the real fighters, not the cheater.
I don't want to look like a loser right now, but everyone saw I was better than Justin that fight, but the UFC wanted him to win. The lad smashed my eye with his finger. I had to play all of the rounds with a broken eye, which is not fair.
Obviously delivered in the main event, capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-ins yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, you know, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, you know, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And, yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But, I mean, is the interim, you know, is the unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So as far as we know right now, he's...
That fucker's right. Scousers do not get knocked out. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. We don't get knocked out. I take that all day.
Hold on. My God. What a fucking gangster. Scousers do not get knocked out. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
Hold on.
My God.
He couldn't even beat the Kenyan guy in a weed contest.
So here's what everyone was expecting before Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje finally threw down in what we all knew would be an absolute battle. You had analysts breaking it down from every angle, fans debating endlessly, and predictions flying left and right. But now that we've actually watched these two warriors clash inside that cage, all those confident takes from before the fight look completely off base.
You saw him do it to Michael Chandler. He's taken on the highlight, Justin Gaethje. 26 wins, 5 losses, 20 KOs. The dude fucking KOs people. Early on, he'd calf kick the fuck out of people. He'd calf kick people where they couldn't take it anymore. He had many TKOs from calf kicks alone. The guy is just a dense fucking ball of muscle, built for fighting. 37 years old now. He's crumpled people with his left hook. He's crumpled people with his right hand. Paddy Pimblett is going to have to be very careful throwing his flurries on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje will sit down and rip a left hook, or sit down, drop his head, and launch a right hand. That's Justin Gaethje's ways to win. He could KO Paddy.
What actually went down in there caught everyone off guard. The experts missed it, the hardcore fans missed it, and honestly, even some of the fighters themselves probably didn't see this coming. That massive disconnect between expectations and reality is exactly why this fight result became such a lightning rod for debate and discussion across the entire MMA community.
To see fucking Justin Gaethje with the title around his waist, he earned it. Justin Gaethje's fought all these fucking monsters his whole goddamn career. Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Fiziev twice, Dustin Poirier again, Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. He's fought the elite. So I'd love to see Justin Gaethje get it done. If I had to put, fuck, this is hard. If someone gave me $10,000 to bet with, and they said, hey, put it on who you think's gonna win. God. I'm gonna say 60-40. 60-40, 40% chance that Justin Gaethje knocks Paddy Pimblett out. Hits him on his chin. When Paddy Pimblett's flirting, hits him right on his hits him right on the scouser chin. Bunk. Gets dropped. 40% chance, I think. 60% chance this fight, Justin's not able to find him. It's a little bit, it's like a spastic, weird style. He's not able to find his chin. If Paddy Pimblett puts him on his back, it's going to be a long night for Justin Gaethje.
Everyone walked in expecting some clean storyline where one guy would clearly outclass the other, and we'd all understand exactly why. Instead, we got this incredibly messy, nail-biting war that was loaded with those holy moments that made everyone from casual watchers to seasoned analysts completely flip their perspective on both fighters.
Will youth be served with Pimblett? Maybe. Gaethje, experience, good striker. He's well-rounded everywhere, but he's got to use the assets of a smaller guy. We've seen it, where you got to box, you got to use your legs, you got to set traps. You know, he's got the capability of doing that. Outmaneuver, outflank Pimblett. You know, Pimblett, let me tell you, he has improved a lot over the last 2 years. He really has, bud. He has gotten better. He's gotten more. You could see he's come into his own. Confidence-wise, physically, he's in great shape. They usually all are. But he's improved. His striking has improved. He's a good wrestler, grappler. But he loves to strike. That's what's going to make this fight really interesting and good. They're both going to strike. I mean, for the most part, they're both going to strike.
Now, if you dove into the pre-fight breakdowns, and man, there were endless breakdowns, the community was completely split on how this would play out. One side was all in on Paddy Pimblett's chaotic scrambling ability and his slick grappling instincts, potentially overwhelming Justin Gaethje's game plan. They pictured Justin constantly having to react and adjust, never finding his comfort zone.
Be served here, but I would go with the over on this because I think the over-under is like
2.5 rounds.
How many?
2.5 rounds over minus 115.
All right, listen. Again, we have a pretty good record here, but you know, I mess up once in a while. I do. That's why it's gambling. But I like the over. I mean, if Gaethje fights the perfect fight, you never know. You never know. But I know who the judges are probably favoring. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. It shouldn't be anything about that. It should just be about what goes on in the cage or in the ring. But I can't help myself but think about things that I see. So maybe, you know, Gaethje would really have to do a job, I think, to get it, which he could. But I think I probably favor Pimblett a little bit. But at the end of the day, if I had to put my...
The other side was riding with Justin's legendary knockout power and that patient counterpunching style to punish every single wild exchange Paddy tried to initiate. This split created this electric atmosphere where literally every moment felt like it could completely flip the entire fight on its head. Neither guy was giving the other any breathing room or safe moments to settle in.
Paddy, if he can eat it, I can see Paddy catching Gaethje and maybe almost like a Oliveira fight, you know. Catch Gaethje, hurt Gaethje wobble, and then, you know, get to Gaethje's back or something, maybe subtle. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy is very well rounded. You know, he out wrestled wrestlers, he out grappled grapplers. He stands with you. You know, he doesn't care. He throws. You know, everybody's be like his chin is in the air. He takes shots. Yeah, he takes shots and he still walk forward. How long will that last? We don't know. And that's the question I have to this fight. Or what his reaction is going to be when Justin Gaethje catches him. Justin Gaethje punched like a...
Tim Welch came at this matchup focusing hard on damage output and timing precision. He kept hammering home how Justin Gaethje's vicious calf kicks and his surgical counter-striking would be the game changers in this fight. Welch's breakdown was pretty straightforward but terrifying in its logic. Those early leg kicks don't just hurt, they completely transform how a fight unfolds. Your stance gets compromised, your movement becomes labored, and most critically, your defensive reactions slow down because you can't plant and pivot like normal. Welch also pointed out how Paddy Pimblett's aggressive rushing style, while entertaining as hell, creates these perfect windows for a calculated striker like Justin, who only needs one clean read to end everything. But here's where Welch showed his depth as an analyst. He acknowledged that as rounds drag on and structure breaks down into wild scrambles, that's exactly where Paddy's fearless grappling and his ability to stay dangerous from bad positions could steal the entire fight. Welch framed this as a calculated gamble where both approaches could absolutely work, depending on which fighter's key moments showed up at the worst possible time for their opponent. Teddy Atlas approached this whole thing like he was studying a chess match, and his perspective was absolutely brilliant. He kept stressing how crucial it was for Justin Gaethje to use his movement and ring IQ instead of just standing there trading bombs because the crowd wanted fireworks. Atlas warned that Gaethje's experience only matters if he applies it tactically and doesn't get sucked into a reckless war. At the same time, Atlas gave Paddy Pimblett serious props for how much he's evolved recently. He saw Paddy as physically stronger, mentally calmer, and way more comfortable in extended exchanges than people realized. While Atlas respected Gaethje's veteran savvy, he actually leaned toward Pimblett because he felt that youthful energy and adaptability become huge advantages when fatigue sets in and split-second decisions start that harder to make. In Atlas's view, Paddy had more room to adjust his approach round by round without losing his identity as a fighter, and that real-time adaptability can be the difference maker in fights that go deep into championship rounds. Max Holloway cut straight to the heart of everything with one brutal question: can Paddy Pimblett actually absorb Justin Gaethje's fight-ending power without crumbling? It sounds simple, but the implications are massive for how this fight could unfold. Holloway's read was that if Paddy could somehow weather that concussive damage through toughness and smart defense, then he absolutely had the instincts to turn those dangerous moments into dominant grappling positions and sudden momentum shifts. Those kinds of swings can completely rewrite a fight in seconds. Holloway also emphasized something crucial about Justin Gaethje. He doesn't need volume to change everything. Every clean shot he lands carries legitimate finish potential, so it only takes one perfectly timed strike to erase an entire round of Paddy's hard work before he can establish any sustainable rhythm. Merab Dvalishvili gave us the most brutally honest take on this matchup, treating it like a pure coin flip with two completely different paths to victory and no middle ground whatsoever. Either Justin Gaethje systematically breaks Paddy Pimblett with sustained punishment, leading to a stoppage, dominant decision, or Paddy survives long enough to drag the fight into those chaotic grappling exchanges where momentum slowly shifts away from Justin, almost without people noticing until it's too late. For Merab, the deciding factor wasn't just technical skill because both fighters clearly had the tools to win. It came down to pure pain tolerance and decision-making under extreme pressure. His point was that over 5 brutal rounds, exhaustion and mental stress compound on each other, and whoever can keep absorbing damage while still making smart, effective choices under that kind of duress walks away with the victory.